Hi, it's the Editor-in-Chief of PhocusWire, I'm Kevin May, joined by Scott Zimmerman. You're the CEO of Xola. Welcome, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You've had some news, we'll tackle that a little bit first of all. So, an app store. Tell us about your app store. It's obviously a business-to-business app store, but I mean, how does it all work?
Yeah, we're super excited about it. We announced it this week. We just released it. It is a software app marketplace. It's essentially all of the infrastructure that third-party developers need to build into Xola on top of our platform. On the seller side, it allows all of our customers to easily turn on functionality that they want to extend their Xola experience in terms of what extra software they need as part of their core software package. It also allows them to install third-party software applications. It could range from like Salesforce or MailChimp or any of the important softwares that other vendors may use.
Okay.
And then also distribution for OTAs as well as local reseller network and local partnerships.
Okay, I mean that was going to be something I was going to ask you. Is, third-party applications are within there as well for your customers.
That's right.
Okay, so what are some of the kind of things that a supplier would need? You mentioned Salesforce, it's always a very obvious one, but what are some of the other types of services that they would require from any app store, not least yours?
Great. So I'd say that let's say you're an attraction that sees a lot of walk-up traffic, let's say high volume. You're going to need point of sale, you're going to need touch screens, maybe kiosks for self-check-in or self-serve payments, maybe a TV monitor application that sits on the wall to let your guests know what's available as they stand in line. Could be digital waiver solutions. There are many that have their inside solution. We support marketplace of digital waiver solutions that might be best for your business. So you can integrate with Werewolf, for example, which is right over there, and a number of other digital waiver solutions.
So the size is not a limit in terms of the number of apps that you're going to have on there?
Right, that's right. And our goal was, it really is a vision-driven build. That is to say, in the competitive landscape, when you're building your own software, do you build everything and try to be everything to everyone everywhere? Or do you take an approach much like Salesforce would or Facebook, and you build a marketplace where third-party developers, other distribution partners can easily come to your interface and build into your software.
So thank you. How many of the apps are your own self-built ones, and how many are from third parties?
Yeah, I'd say that we have dog-fooded our own app store, much like your iPhone, like Apple has done with its iPhone, right? They have internal engineers building, the mail application or calendar application. So to your point, we built maybe over 20 of those applications, which to keep the interface clean and to keep our interface very usable to our users, you can toggle them on or off to extend your functionality there. And then the remainder would be from third parties. They can include automated marketing tools, digital waiver solutions, purchasing digital photos from PickDrive, for example. And then we recently, one of the apps that we're very excited that we just built, again, as if we were a third-party developer, again using our own SDK, is XolaBot, which is an automated marketing tool that sits right on the seller's website.
Okay.
And this is one where, and I'll keep this brief, is as a customer comes to the seller's website, this is an automated marketing tool that will engage that customer throughout their journey in discovering the products, entering the booking workflow, expanding the checkout value by offering things, and then driving conversions. It's customizable in that you as a seller can decide where you want this e-commerce bot to intervene or not. And it also ties into what we see in their yield management. Are there underfilled tours? Are there inefficiencies in how they're running their business or schedules?
Right,
to where this XolaBot can intervene in the right ways to drive revenue and growth. We're really excited about that.
XolaBot sounds like something from a science fiction film,
we were pretty happy. And we built this cute little robot character, so.
Okay, right. And so thank you for talking about Xola. Now, wider industry stuff. Now, I mean, it would be remiss of us not to mention that there's been some fairly high-profile acquisitions this year.
That's right.
We had FareHarbor and Boken both within 24 hours of each other back in April. Now, you're a vendor as well. I mean, what's your general view on what's been going on with regards to them and what it means for the likes of you and what it means for the industry now that these big OTAs have suddenly gone, okay, let's snap up some vendors?
Yeah, I think it's actually been quite healthy One, it's validated the size of the market. I think that's always been a question as you've reported over the years on that. It's always been a question of the size of the market when you see Booking come out of the woodwork and acquire Fair Harbor. It's very validating. The same is true with TripAdvisor's acquisition of Booking. So once validating the size of the market, and also I think everyone sees that we've nicked the surface. There's a lot, the world is a very big place, there's a lot of room for other players, and Booking and TripAdvisor are only two big brands in the space. There are a lot of others in their competitive landscape that care about the same problem. And I think that has also generated some inbound interest, no doubt to some of our competitors and certainly to us as well.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that has come up on stage, I think it was at one of the first days here, they were saying, now that a couple of those vendors have been bought, yes, it validates the market, but what happens to the rest of you? Do you get ultra competitive? I mean, you've got TripAdvisor's Bokun is doing zero commissions and all this kind of thing. What does that mean for your business model and things like that?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd say I don't think free software is necessarily what's going to win the race. I think it's building the right software, the right solution, and you want to support. I mean, it's an expensive endeavor to supply side acquisition is a very expensive endeavor. So subsidizing that indefinitely, I think, is going to prove difficult. Yeah. I also think that we as booking software are much better prepared to do really good business by our customers when we're compensated for our work. And I think that remaining right now an independent software system right now, we maintain that stance and others do the same. It definitely calls into question when statements come out favoring one booking system internally versus those third parties. It has created a stir. And I think on the customer side, one thing that we're hearing is, gee, is this really going to be good for my business if one channel is being favored versus having a more level playing field? Yep. That's one question I've heard a lot raised from the seller side. From the software side, look, TripAdvisor is a very loved brand in the world, and I think the comments a couple days ago were really diplomatic on entry. They've got a lot of money in building that brand, and I think we have to acknowledge that. And that doesn't come for free, so I think TripAdvisor does have to make moves that make it make sense for them as well. But I also think that they're challenged to maintain an equitable marketplace for the other software vendors in the space.
Okay, Scott Zimmerman, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Thanks.